Hello, you've caught me introducing a Friday feature, in much the same way I've introduced Friday features for over 10 years.
I can't help it. I've done it so many times that the neural pathway between my brain and mouth automatically conjures that phrase as soon as the studio lights turn on, a repeated behaviour now cemented as unavoidable habit. I don't need to start videos this way, but to do so any other way just wouldn't feel right, would it?
Good day, viewers, and welcome to this week's Friday feature. Oh, no, I can't do that. That is awful.
It's the same with anything, really. If you want to turn something into an instinctive habit, exercise, eating well, dying to soulsborne bosses, you need to do it over and over. And there are some things in video games, completely pointless and unnecessary things I might add, that I've now done so often I simply can't act any other way.
And I'm going to share them with you now. 7 unnecessary things gamers just cannot help themselves but do over and over again. Please share your own in the comments.
The first unnecessary thing on this list is something I do every time I start a first-person game. Look down to see if I've got legs and feet. Does it affect how I move in the game? Does it mean the game is more or less good?
No and no. But I just like to see.
I feel like you have feet in most games nowadays. Realistic RPGs like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 delight in the small details. Here you can look down and see every splodge of mud from when that level 2 farmhand punched you in the dirt after you stole those herbs. But back in the day, the discovery that your first-person character had actual legs was cause for a major household announcement.
I would yell to my sister across the corridor, "You've got to come and see this!"
And we'd cheer with amazement at the functioning limbs pedalling away underneath our floating weapon of choice. This was up there with finding out the water splashed when you entered it, or that you could actually fall off the edge of a level.
Oh my god, I've actually died.
And so, it's now like a reflex action for me. As soon as I'm given control in a first-person game, whoop, down the camera goes. Give me those feet, games. I want to see them. Entry number 2. Imagine the scenario. You're playing an RPG. You arrive at a shop. The shop owner invites you to look through their wares and stock up on anything you might need. You, as the player, have 2 options here. One is to think about how the game has gone up until now, about how you like to play, how much money you have, and therefore what items it would be best to stock up on. Or 2,
you buy whatever quantity of items gets you to a nice round figure for each.
Potions, high potions, antidotes, etc. all have to be in multiples of 10, the only exception being when the max number you can carry is 99.
In which case you must have 99 of them.
More expensive items like ethers and elixirs I will allow in multiples of 5, if only because it's not always economically viable to reach the next multiple of 10.
That one time I saw 11 turbo ethers in my inventory. It's a terrible day for me.
And that's the rule. These items are of course not for using in battle, they are for looking at in my perfectly ordered inventory screen, where they sit for the entire game, presumably staring at me judgmentally whenever I waste MP on magic that does the same thing they do.
Like that Savoy cabbage. I'm pretty sure it's still in the bottom of my fridge, listening to me order yet another takeaway.
Look, I like my items to be just so. If you're the kind of chaotic good that doesn't mind having 13 high potions and 27 phoenix downs, then you do you. I'm not here to judge.
I'm just here to let you know that kind of behaviour makes me feel physically sick.
The third unnecessary thing gamers can't stop themselves from doing is saving twice. Or, if you're really nervous, maybe even 3 times. Maybe you even duplicate save files in a sequence. Say you're playing a choice-heavy RPG like Baldur's Gate. That way, when you make a mistake, you can go back to save 4C or 2A.
This approach does mean that choosing a save file starts to feel a bit like a maths problem though.
But why do we still do this? It's not like in the old days when manual saves were all you had and saving twice helped us have a little bit more protection against data corruption and evil siblings. The thing is, autosave has been around for over 20 years now. It's outlived the BlackBerry phone, MySpace and Vine. It is a force for good, and it's now the default method of saving in pretty much every single game. Us gamers should really learn to let go of the past and start trusting the autosave. Not just because it's convenient, but because we should learn to be more accepting of change.
We should. But just in case. Yes, I would like to overwrite that manual save I made 30 seconds ago. Thank you for asking. Okay, new video game. Let's go!
Aren't you forgetting something?
You're right.
Of course Rosie was right, and that's why turning around and checking behind you at the beginning of every level is the fourth unnecessary thing we can't stop ourselves from doing. Heck, even if she was wrong and there wasn't anything there, it's a good habit to maintain on the off chance there will be in another game. And the reason is pretty simple.
It's more than just a retro throwback, it's a ritual.
It's a good habit to maintain on the off chance there will be in another game. And the reason is pretty simple. You just never know, so why not try? What likely started as a reward for curious players in the early days of gaming eventually became the done thing in almost every game ever. Like Morris dancing, or that town where they throw hot pennies from a balcony. It's a quaint tradition that must be upheld because it's an important link to our past and a symbol of our culture. It keeps us in touch with our gaming ancestors, for they gamed this way, as did their parents, and their parents before them.
I'm not sure games have been around for that.
Okay, let's be honest. The main reason we go backwards at the beginning is because we like secrets, and one time there was one here. So now we have to try the opening level spin every single time. It only takes a few seconds, so just do it, I say, and maybe you'll get a treat at the end.
I want a treat now. Nothing there.
The fifth unnecessary thing we just can't help doing is reloading our weapons constantly. Now, reloading is a necessity in pretty much every video game with a gun, and therefore it's something we should definitely be doing, but it's less about reloading generally and more about the frequency. It's like drinking water. Yes, it's essential to drink enough to stay hydrated,
But not so essential if I can't be more than 30 seconds away from the nearest toilet at any given time.
reloading every time you fire your weapon is guaranteed to give you a full clip, which in theory is great. Your gun is the most prepared it can be for that next enemy encounter. But what typically happens in practice is you encounter a new enemy mid-reload and get shot in the face while being unable to defend yourself.
I suppose you could throw your magazine at them.
Constantly twitchy reloading is definitely not something that happens in real life either. Despite how we play in FPS campaigns, I can't actually imagine a squad of highly trained special ops soldiers sneaking into some secret base and taking out the guards, only for the entire team to reload simultaneously, both giving away their position and leaving them open to attack. But Gov, we were trying to be prepared for the next encounter. No, you weren't, Private. You just wanted the ammo counter to be nice and full.
And I just like the sound and animation of the reload. Oh, yes.
The penultimate unnecessary thing gamers simply cannot help themselves but do is see if they can hurt and or kill friendly NPCs. Lots of the time, yes you can, and we stare, don't we, in faux shock at the ragdolling corpse of the local blacksmith, bewildered at the screaming townsfolk all now yelling for the guards.
What? That's how we react, isn't it? Oh, did you know that hitting him in the face with a sword would kill him?
But we do know, don't we? When was the last time you went to attack an NPC and nothing happened? The last time I remember it happening was in Tenzin's village in Uncharted 2, where developers Naughty Dog had the foresight to predict we'd all just go around punching everyone, and so for this level alone reprogrammed the melee attack button so that Drake would shake hands with the locals instead.
I wasn't actually going to punch any of these people.
Yes, you were.
Yes, I probably was.
It's just too tempting, especially in games like Hitman, where you've got friendly NPCs standing by railings with their backs to you. If that's not an invitation to push them over the edge, I don't know what is.
Look, if games didn't want us to kill friendly NPCs, they wouldn't make doing it so much fun, would they?
The seventh and final unnecessary thing I cannot help myself but do is being a stealthy archer in Skyrim. Now, in the nearly 14 years since Skyrim first arrived on PS3, I've probably started the game about 10 times, often with the very real intention of doing something different this time.
I'm going to go straight to the College of Winterhold to learn magic.
Oh, you naive boy. No, you're not. You're going to stealth kill that bear in the tutorial cave, and then, entranced by the ensuing slow-mo kill cam and the satisfying thump of the arrow as it buries itself in bear hide, you're going to raid the nearest bandit camp and take everyone out one by one with wonderfully Moorish silent arrows of death.
And then, naturally, you level up and just, put a few points into stealth and archery.
And thus the trap is set. You of noble intention, on your way to Winterhold, the road behind you, littered with the corpses of bandits who died before they even knew they were dead, arrows protruding from their eyes and necks and knees, each one another brick in the inevitable wall emerging between you and every other class that isn't a stealthy archer.
This is just how Skyrim is meant to be played. I'm sorry. It just feels right.
I've made peace with it now, and when I start Skyrim again, for the 11th time, probably this Christmas, I will be a stealthy archer once more. So there you go, 7 unnecessary things gamers just cannot help themselves but do. If any of this resonated with you, please give us a like and share your own examples in the comments. And please do subscribe and click the notification bell for more of these videos every Friday. Thanks for watching, and see you again next week.
PlayStation